We're live. Now let's make sure we are live. Is it actually live? All right. So there's something there. I don't think it's hearing. Yeah. So if you guys go to the YouTube page, it's up. Oh nope.
Mm,
It's
it's up.
this
It's
does pick up
there.
audio. I don't know why. How do I remove that? I don't know. Not what I thought it was. Oh well. All right. Um,
Sega. Dudes.
dudes.
That's funny.
Oh. So we've got everyone here tonight. We got Welch saying, and myself. Hi, saying. Nice of you to drop into the chat. All right. That's live. Oh, pause that. Okay. So, how have you guys been? How's the weather in your neck of the woods?
It's been raining on and off here for in the evenings and thunderstorms. I don't know, kind of a weird August for this time of year. I should be out on a fire right now, and I'm sitting at home. I've been out on like one assignment.
Because it's been so wet.
Just no activity. It's really weird.
It's been dry here. July, I think we maybe got a quarter of an inch, maybe a quarter inch and a half of an inch. I think. I know. I can remember 2 times when I had to empty the rain gauge, and both of them had only had an eighth of an inch, if that. So it's been dry. We haven't been getting the usual pop-up storms. Like we've had chances of rain almost every day, and nothing happens. So
You guys
yeah,
have been getting like 100-degree heat down that way too. I've been seeing.
yeah. The heat index has been 100.
Horrible.
A couple times this week it was over 110. It was like
It's
112,
been
113.
wow. That sounds
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
I
You think,
love the heat.
dude? You don't know what it's like.
I
You do
was
not.
I was at Disney. I told Disney this. I was on the phone with them the other day, and I said to her, "Yeah, I'm. How's the weather there?" And she's like, "Oh, it's like it's bad, blah blah blah." And I said, "I was at Disney in the 4th of July, um, and it was 104, and I was like, with the humidity, it was like 110 or something, whatever. I was like, I was loving it. It was amazing. I
Yeah,
love the heat.
yeah, yeah. July, early July is not the worst part. July is not the worst. Like
August is the worst.
we are getting into it. It does
Yes, we are.
so.
Yep, that's definitely cheeks just damp weather.
But you know what's
Negative.
cool? You get to walk around in your tank tops and show off your guns. So I mean, that's the biggest thing about it with the summer.
Showing off the tats, huh?
You,
Well,
you
whatever.
guys, you guys know I'm goofy. I'm gonna throw something in there.
The summer's cool.
I'm ready for it to cool off. Cutting the grass in that weather is ridiculous. Although we've gotten so little rain that most of the grass is just either in hibernation or dead. So, eh. All right, we're gonna jump into the collector showcase, and we're just gonna highlight an item from our collection and or a recent pickup. Let me see if I can figure out how to do this. Jump over to this and boom, that one. So this one's from Master Welch. From Master Welch, tell us about it. Oh, that's cool.
It was a Kickstarter. It took them a little longer. There was some delays on this one. I haven't popped it in yet. It's a side scroll and beat 'em up. They ported it to the Neo Geo as well.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't popped it in yet. I mean, I'm definitely probably gonna do it tonight since I opened it up. I haven't even opened it up, but I'll do it tonight. Check it out. But I've had it for about a couple weeks. Took them a little while to get to me, but yeah, these guys make good games. You know, when I asked about the location of my package, you know, I was reading on their updates and they're looking for people to basically be investors with them, people to, you know, buy in.
Mm-hmm.
And if you start communications with them, you got to sign an NDA. You
Goodness.
got
Non-disclosure
to,
agreement.
yep. You got to sign an NDA before you can even start talks with them. And you can get a probably get a scope of what they're going to be releasing in the future, what's in the builds, and you know, ports. I think a couple of their older games, like Demons of Asborg, I believe, is coming to disc. I think I've seen that somewhere, like PS5 and probably Switch on a, you know, a chip card or whatever. But
Yeah.
I mean, you got to figure out that's the direction. I mean, they have successful Kickstarters every time, so it would be probably a smart move to start, you know, expanding their realm, not just through Kickstarter.
Yep. And they've already had success in that thing. It's already made, ported over to a modern console, and get it out to a much wider audience than just the retro collectors. Yeah, I've seen some videos for it, watched some of the developer stuff, and it looks really cool. I'm looking forward to whenever I get my copy. Yeah, like you said, it was supposed to come out, I think July of last year, and 2025, and you're just getting yours, and I'm gonna wait another week and then contact them and see if I can get any idea of where's my copy. Where's it gone? But I'm looking forward to playing it. And like you said, they're making a Neo Geo version. I'm not sure if that one's done yet, and they're working on a PC version. So there'll be plenty of ways to play it. And then if they later on they do it would be awesome to have a collection or something so you can get this and their previous games.
Yep.
Cool.
I mean, if they end up doing those discs, I mean, people are going to buy those just to have it on a disc. I would.
I would definitely pick up the Neo Geo edition.
Yeah, and I imagine that they'll release it digitally on consoles, because it's like if you're gonna make it a physical version on the consoles, I don't know. That's probably a requirement, is you got to have a digital copy as well now.
Well, you got to figure how many games have they done? Demons of Asborg, Asti Bros, Damon Claw. I thought there was another one in there.
I think you're right. I just can't remember what it's called.
And then they have the Kickstarter up right now for a shmup that they're it's like a steampunk style shmup.
Yo,
Yeah.
Shmups.
Yep, you need to look into that one, saying. But let's jump over to
Shmup. Nope, Shmup.
So this is Forward to the Sky. What is this? I have no idea what it is.
So this came up randomly on Switch Watch, and I watched. He's on YouTube, and he did like a physical. Hey, there's like physical releases and stuff, and this happened to pop up as in someone's collection that he does like at the end of the video for, like, you know, the people who back his channel and stuff. He gives them like a showcase spotlight, and this game popped up, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, I didn't even think anything of it. I looked more into it, and she runs around a tower with the sword. She's chibi, so she's like kind of little, and she runs around with the sword, and you have to like figure out puzzles and go up and up and up towards the sky, which is like going in the tower and everything. You don't. The back of it, which is crazy. Stupid. It's like all in Japanese. It's like completely in Japanese, but there's like an English translation where you could translate. No, it's Korean, but there's a way you could translate it to English. I haven't opened it. This is one of the 400 games that's 95% sealed in that Switch collection. So it's like I thought it was really, really cool. I played a demo of it. I was like, wow, it's one of those like very off type of Switch games that you're not gonna see like mainstream. No one's really gonna talk about it. Kind of like falls through the cracks. So those are the games I like to get for the Switch because, you know, as we all know, there could be hidden gems down the line. People might say, oh my God, like this game, yeah, it was great. You need that one YouTube video of someone making something about it for the price to just skyrocket. So it's like, I bought it because it's an RPG. I have 9 shelves of RPGs and 5 drawers filled with more RPGs. So it's like, why not add one more to the collection? I happen to watched a lot of videos on it. It's a pretty cool game. The puzzles are awesome though. That's really why I bought it. I think the puzzles are great. Dungeon crawler, puzzle-esque type of game.
So you're planning on actually playing it, or are you just holding
I'm
on
gonna
to
play.
it?
No, I'm gonna play this one. I'm definitely gonna play this. There's no way about it. I got bored of. I played Donkey Kong, Bonanza. I just completely got bored of smashing, and then smashing some more. It's like he's on banana roids, smashing. It's well, if you ever get the Switch 2, don't buy Bonanza. It is the most boringest game you'll ever play in your life. I mean, you'll probably have more fun smashing plates on the floor than you would play the game. It's not a bad game.
You just told him not to buy a game.
No, this isn't a bad game. The other Donkey Kong is pure banana diarrhea, but I mean that's about it.
I don't think I'm gonna be buying a Switch 2 anytime soon.
Oh, you and the other one.
Yep.
Yeah, they might if they do a Metroid one, maybe, but other than that, I'm in no hurry to get a Switch 2. I mean, I told you my opinion on it, half baked, you know.
Yeah.
It's just Switch 2.0. But yeah. All right. Cool. Well, whenever you get around to playing it, I hope you enjoy it.
I probably will. It's right up there. I feel like it's you know, like Crusader Ascenti, where it was kind of like a Zelda clone for the Genesis. I feel like this is an off-brand, like what's the phrase? Off-brand, like this is the Temu Zelda edition. It's like an off-brand. It's an off-brand Zelda edition game. It's pretty cool though. Like I like the artwork on the box. So it's not bad. But yeah, that's my review on that. And
yeah, hopefully you enjoy it.
Yep.
All right. So this is.
We'll see.
We'll jump to what I've got. This is something that I recently picked up at Southeast Game Exchange a couple weeks ago. Actually, I guess Sunday will be 2 weeks ago because I got this on the last day of the convention, and I was like talking with CK from Royal Hearts Gaming, and he had an Xbox, one of these, because this is a rental case for Model 1 Genesis. He had the rental case for the original Xbox. And when he had the Xbox and everything in it. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I was looking at the Genesis one, but, you know, I couldn't find the guy. And he's like, oh, I know who that is. It was, I think it's Jay from the Game Chasers. The Game Chasers were there. And so he's running all over trying to find him. And I'm like, we're trying to keep up with him. And eventually he finds him, spots him, and I go and I talk with him, and we're able to work out a deal, and I got it. So now I need to get a Model 1 Genesis. I mean, you can see in the middle, that's where the Genesis goes. Above that, there's a place for loose carts. There's a spot for the controller to the right of that. And all the way at the bottom, there's a spot for the AC adapter. So I thought that was that was pretty cool. I was really happy to get that. It's not anything crazy, I don't think most people would think, but I thought it was awesome.
Well, I'll take it if you don't want it.
Oh no, I want it. I want it. I was super happy to get it. I think that might be my favorite pickup.
Oz, that is not the case you're looking for.
Yeah, right.
Well, I did buy a Game Gear case and a little carry thing for an Xbox 360. So I got two.
Game Gear case is gray with the Sega logo on it, or it says
It's
Game Gear. Or something?
It's a blue.
Oh, the blue one. Okay.
You will sell that case to Master Well.
Well, if I ever get rid of it, well, I'll let you know. But so yeah, there's the Game Gear one.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
But yeah,
That's a rental one?
Do what?
That's a rental case?
No, that was one that Sega actually released, so you could carry your Game Gear and stuff.
Yeah, I remember that. It was the Game Gear purse. If you had that, you got made fun of.
Actually, the Xbox one's right here.
The Xbox one's pretty cool.
It's got vents on the sides, so you can put it in there. That Velcro's down, so you can just put your 360 in that and take it around with you.
You know what, dude? Like when I had my original Xbox, I ended up trading it off, but I had the backpack. I had the original
Really?
Xbox backpack for it.
That's
and I had
cool.
the GameCube backpack too, now that I think about it.
Oh, and I've got a little GameCube, carry thing.
I have the Virtual Boy rental case from Blockbuster.
Oh, that's cool. You could have put it in there with the $6,000 Virtual Boy demo model that they were selling it.
Because I walked out with it from Blockbuster and never returned it.
So you're admitting that you stole it.
Listen, I live in New York. 5-figure discounts are what we do here.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
So
Doesn't make it right. We're gonna have to put Stan on spotlight. It's
Show
okay
us
if
the
you
fingers.
steal it as long as he's okay with it.
I walked out with that. I walked out with Secret of Mana, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker for Genesis.
Was the store closing, or did you just go in there and grab
No,
them?
I pay. I forgot. I just whatever.
Do you remember Salad Fingers?
Oh, that guy was so cool. Yes. The Nettles.
That one needs some explanation for me.
Whoa, you never heard of
Oh,
Salad
dude.
Fingers?
I mean, that's
Salad
like
Fingers is
probably
great.
like 15 years old now, but yeah.
Yeah.
He was salad finger and everything.
He would have fun with yeah, it was weird. That was definitely weird. Salad Fingers. It was cool but weird. It was like some free space animation stuff, and he had problems with Nettles, and then what his friend's name was, like Timothy Badgercraft or some weird finger puppets he had going on. It was
Right.
Newgrounds. It was Newgrounds that he was on. I remember that because I was in college when that came out.
Newgrounds
Yeah.
was like the place.
And I told the girl, I was like, hey, let's watch Salad Fingers like on our first date. And that was the only date I ever had with her. So yeah, I was over with.
Oz didn't. Yeah, you have to
That won
research
her
Salad
over, huh?
Fingers, Oz. Your eyes will probably pop out. You'll be like,
Yeah, I did a quick Google for it. I'm just like, what the heck am I looking at?
Yup.
All right, let me see if I can share this one.
It's not. Salad Fingers is not age appropriate.
Well, it's let's see. Where did it not? Why did it not? Where is it?
Ooh,
Where
what's
is
that?
it?
Ooh.
There we go.
is he
So
going to
that's
show
the
Salad Fingers? Jeez.
Oh boy. Yup, there he is.
Yeah.
Yep, I
Was-
have never seen that nor heard of it.
He's eating Marjorie Logan Price. That was the girl's name. And that was Timothy from He Fought in the Great War. It's pretty sad how I remember this, but this is just burnt into my memory.
We'll just sure go with that one. All right. Well, moving on. So I just got back from SEGI or Southeast Game Exchange and had Southern Fried Gaming Expo the end of June. I know Welch has gone to several conventions, but Sayan is getting ready to go to, I guess, his first major convention because the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo seems kind of different than any other convention I've been to since it's stuck in a museum. But
So wait, I did it tonight while we were all eating in the living room, and I said because the kids are going to come and everything, and I said, "Well, take a look at, um, RetroCon, and in Connecticut," and I said, "Take a look at the Long Island Retro Gaming Convention. 7 vendors in total at the Retro Convention in Long Island, 172 vendors in Connecticut, but there's no cosplay, so you're not going to have that weird."
well, is there no cosplay contest, or they say you cannot cosplay?
There's no cosplay contest. They allow you to wear hats or whatever it is, but walking around in costumes and stuff, they don't. So it's not. I didn't see anything on the website or anything like that. Like about, hey, no cosplay where you can't dress up, but you're in Connecticut, so people are gonna look at you like you're a little special in the head.
I imagine there'll be people there in cosplay.
I guess. But
So
when you go to your convention, it's like really condensed with a lot of people. This one's not. It's very spaced out. It's huge. So 172 vendors, 5 food trucks, tons of people who are going to sign stuff and everything.
well, SEGI this year had 250 booths, and it was in a pretty big area. It took me. I did a video on the last day, and I was walking fairly quickly. I walked around every booth, and it took me 24 minutes. And I wasn't stopping. There was a couple times like I had to jump out of the way for somebody. But so for someone going to a convention, I guess kind of like for their first time, what would you say, be ready for this or make sure you bring that or,
I would definitely say make sure you got the right bag to take with you to the floor. Otherwise, you'll be scrambling to store what you buy. But with that being said, go in there and be smart. Have a plan because, the first time I went went berserk, dude. Like, I spent like $1,000 the first day, easily. And the second day, probably just as much. And just go in with a little bit of a plan what you want to buy because you're going to see stuff everywhere that you might have had in the back of your mind, like, oh, I'd like to make that a pickup sometime, and you're going to see it and your eyes are going to pop and then you're going to buy it. And then you're going to see something that was more of a priority on your mind or your list pop up. And, you might be running short on cash that you wanted to actually spend at the event. I mean, you don't want to put yourself in a huge amount of debt doing it. Like you want to definitely, because that's just how it is. Like you'll be like recovering for a couple months. If you spend way too much.
And it's easy to do because so many of them, like, okay, yeah, everyone likes the cash, but the electronic payments are so easy now with Venmo and Cash App, and I don't even know, what else.
Yeah.
Now I'm bringing cash. But
So
I'm going
make sure
after.
you got your room already planned out too, man. Like that's, the first thing I do if I knew I was going, that's the first thing I planned and went right to the same place both times in Portland there. And I want to go to the one in Milwaukee. I was thinking about it last year, maybe this spring I should do it, but I got the hotel I want to be at, and I don't want to be at the one that everybody else is going to be at because then you're dealing with that crowd the whole way, you know.
You don't get any relief from it.
Right.
That was something that my wife mentioned, because she was like, "Well, you're gonna stay in a hotel, which is right across the street from the convention, and everybody's gonna be going to the convention. Is going to be staying at that hotel, and they're all going to be talking games and this and this and this and everything. So what, like, so she wanted something that was like 15 minutes away, and I was like, okay, I don't mind driving because it's like right over a bridge, but it's about 50, yeah, about 15, 20 minutes, about, no, 15 minutes away. And then she was like, oh, let's look at Airbnb. And then it was, oh, there's houses that are over there for, the 2 days. And, well, if you want to go and leave me here with the kids, and then they could stay in the house and blah, 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 and run around, and, you know. So, and then our friends decided to come with us, and then, because the girl collects Pokemon cards, and there's going to be Pokemon card vendors there, and she's like big into trades and all this. And I told her straight out, I'm like, hey, listen, you do your Pokemon cards. I'm going to be in my video game degenerate mode of talking to people about this stuff, and that's going straight through.
Be ready to spend money. I want to see it.
The thing, yeah, bring a water cooler.
This is the MVP for every convention. You can either, if you're driving, this is something great to have. Put ice in it. You can put something for lunch or fruit or something to help keep it cool. And when you get to the convention or to your hotel, you add more ice, and then you top it off with water, and then make sure that you have water bottles or whatever that you can fill up every night before you go to the convention. Fill up while you're at the convention. The thing is, stay hydrated.
I went to a convention once. It was I guess it was like a Christmas convention. I streamed it on Scanlines. It was years ago. It was like 3 years ago. I think I wound up spending $1,700 within 4 hours at the convention. But because I was like, whoa, but just on, whatever. I mean, some of the stuff I have now, some of the stuff I don't, and just I'm not doing that this time. Dinosaur Peak, the 2 sealed DS systems, all the Pokemon games that I have. I'm gonna sit down and be like, hey, listen, this is what we're looking at right now, and I might go after Earthbound Big Box. I've wanted that I had a chance to get that, Illusions of Gaia with the shirt. I picked up Illusions of Gaia with the shirt. I still have the damn thing sealed with the shirt and the plastic from Toys R Us. It's yellow, but it was never open. Whatever. So Big Box I would like. I like those scratch and sniff stickers. It smelled like hamburgers. I remember them in like all the video game magazines. Those were cool. Those were so cool.
Hamburgers.
He smelled like hamburgers. Like, yeah, hamburgers.
I always like the bubble gum.
Yeah, one of them I think was bubble gum. I remember that. The game is wild, but so this was what, your list?
This was my list. This is what I made to take to the convention. I printed this out and I handed it to people. I was like, is there anything on this that you're looking at? And I'd usually say, okay, I'm looking at this and this, or, whatever. But what game, what system it's on, if it was complete in box, if it had the cover and the game. Like down here, all the Game Boy ones have neither of them are checked because they were loose. But the Sunday before I went through and I put price charting on all of them. And that made it simple because I didn't have to keep opening the bag of stuff that I took. So that's something that you might want to think about doing. I don't think you're taking as much because, I mean, a lot of this stuff, I mean, Extreme G3, Finding Nemo, Shrek 2, The Incredibles. Like, I don't think there was a ton of interest on those, but the Pokemon games, Snap, Stadium, and Gold were the first ones to go. But that's why I traded those three for the Japanese Rob the Robot and the Famicom.
That's what you sold?
Yeah, I traded those three games for Rob the Robot and the Famicom.
It's not a big. I mean, it's not a big deal. What are you gonna do? Play the Pokemon games, or I mean,
Well, I mean, I
Rob's
could have, but
more.
I didn't care about
Rob's
the
more
Pokemon games.
niche.
So it was, they'll go to a good home, hopefully. The guy had the jumper pack, so he was able to complete Pokemon Stadium. So we can charge a few more bucks for it. But that's one thing, like, if you're taking stuff to trade or sell, have a list, because most people are like, well, what do you want for it? Then you're going to spend a bunch of time looking stuff up and you got to hope that the convention has halfway decent Wi-Fi, or you can actually use your data.
I'm gonna go with spreadsheets. I do everything with spreadsheets. I'm probably gonna have spreadsheets, and then like from there, because I have Excel on my phone for work, and I'm just gonna run queries and bring everything up immediately with whatever I need.
That works, but so
because I'm not.
Say have your spreadsheet or whatever so that you can easily hand it off to people, and then you also need to have an idea of what you want and how much you're willing to pay for it.
I'd rather just sit around and buy crap off of eBay, and
that's nowhere near as fun. That is nowhere near as fun.
I don't play well with others. So it's like I'm gonna go there, and you're gonna it's the mentality. So Welsh, here's the thing. I have a
problem.
Well, I mean, we all do, but so I have Lunar 2, and Lunar 2 complete. With not okay, so will not complete without the damn stupid audio CDs, but it's complete. The box is a little rough in the back. There's like an indent in the box, but other than that, the map's never been opened. None of it. None of the stuff that comes with it's been opened. It's funny. Every time I think of Lunar or Arc the Lad, I think of you and playing those games. Samagat and
yeah.
And so I brought it to this store, and the guy looks it over, and he says, he's like, and I know it's going for like 180, and he says to me, yeah, I'll give you $60 for it. And I'm like, $60? Oh, it's a hard sell. I'm like, I'm like, I look at him, I was like, how is that a hard sell? It's like an amazing game. And it's just, it's a hard sell. And I said, forget about it. The guy was a total ass. Went over, brought $500 worth of Pokemon cards, graded, and a guy offers me $150 store credit or $60 cash for $500 worth of graded Pokemon cards. And it was like, I don't know what it is. Just I am disgusted, burnt out. I don't want to deal with it. Maybe if I really if I want to go to Manhattan and look at Japanese retro stores in Manhattan, or go to some like old school, brick and mortar retro stores in Manhattan, I will get very good deals on stuff. But I am so sick and tired of the stores in New York, and it's just Iron Storm is you can get it for $60, $90 complete. The guy was charging $275 for Iron Storm. Dude, come on, how much money you need to make in order to?
That's crazy.
I can't. And this one's telling me, go make friends. Go to the retro convention and make friends and stuff. And I'm like, why do I want to talk to these people?
I've tried to haggle with even sellers out of New York, and they're hard to haggle. Some of those guys, like they will not budge on their price. And, you're like, those guys got to have a store because they just won't budge. And, I'll send them an offer. And if, I'll even try to, I'll wear out all 5 offers and they just won't budge. And it's like, the discount they'll offer you is like $1 off. It's like, yeah, now you're just mocking me, So, I mean, I don't even bother with some sellers anymore because you just look at the name and see where they're located and you're like, it's not worth it. Like New York, I've actually had some luck with the ones around Seattle, like Washington State, that area.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those sellers, I've actually got some pretty good deals on offers from. Texas, a few have hooked me up. Florida, forget it. I've had some luck out of the East Coast states, some of the inland, getting around in that East Coast area south of Pennsylvania. Sellers in there, they'll still work with you. So it's definitely based around the economy that's going on there. I always look at that. When I look at a listing, I will go down the listing and I will look at where they're located, and that's how I make my choice as well.
California is really bad.
I mean, sometimes you get a deal out of California, but yeah, not as much. Missouri, I've noticed, has kind of gotten
picky.
Yep. Like they got stuff in like St. Louis and there's another town there, like KC. Well, actually, I can get some deals out of KC. I have got deals out of there, but yeah, it's all economy. It's crazy.
But there's also, saying like, how is it a hard sell? The guys know what their area will accommodate. What does sell, what doesn't sell, and so it's something that we think would sell quickly may not sell at all in that area. It reminds me of when I trying to trade for James Buster Douglas, and the guys was like, I had 2 boxes of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. He's like, that stuff just won't sell where I'm at. I'm like, dang it. I was like, okay, and I went someplace else, and I took them, came back and bought the game. So like I had never even, like Welch, you were talking about the taking into account where someone is when you're making offers and stuff. And I was like, wow, like I never have even thought about that. It was just blindly like throwing out offers when I was doing it. But yeah, that's certain areas where some things are, like you said, the economy is hitting a different way, and they're just not willing to budge on the prices because sometimes they can't, and sometimes they just don't want to. But so like this is a picture of GameCube games. Like Kasain texted me, he's like, hey, how are the prices there? So I don't know how well you can actually see it. Let me see if I can zoom in on it.
$100 for Smash Bros. Still 120 for
120 for Mario Kart Double Dash. Like I was like, this is convention pricing right here. It's like
Benton Kaitos is not worth $200.
They did not want to sell these games. Pikmin 2 is not $90. The original Resident Evil, I think that's like a $20 game. So a lot of these were just priced.
And like, you just sold your Resident Evil for half the price?
Yeah.
Off your list?
Yeah, I did. I think it was $20, $25. And so it's like some people just, I was like, okay, these people either are just trying to take advantage of somebody, or they don't want to sell these games, but they have them here because people will stop and look at them.
See, my problem is I have a mouth and I don't know when to control it outside of work. And I would go over to the guy and I would say, hey, how many ounces is Benton Kaitos? Because, you got $200 on that. Is that like, can we grade that on like a scale of gold? Because you think you have gold and obviously you don't. Is that an ounce of gold? Is that a half an ounce of gold? Is that 3/4 an ounce of gold? I mean, is it in Bitcoin that you're charging that? Because I mean, what is that in yen? I mean, I would not be. My problem is, and what I'm very scared about this is that going in there and yeah, I just
Get them, dude. Just flex. Get up there and flex a little bit.
I mean, alone. So I was telling Owaz,
Wear that shirt in there, dude. They'll be scared. Wear that shirt in there, dude. You're not messing around.
Rip it off like Hulk.
Or like wear your Gold's Gym, dude. Wear that in there and just all work out a little bit before you go, so you're all like nice and jacked up, and just be like, "What's up?"
Just it's a problem because I'm not saying it like, oh yeah, I'm an a-hole or whatever. Because this hobby should be accessible to everybody, because everybody should be playing, whether it's retro, whether it's new, whatever it is, you should be playing games and such. And I'm sorry, but putting $100 on Super Smash Bros. Melee, you know what you're doing, because you're catering to people's nostalgia, because the fish that's going to be out there is going to bite at that, because they're going to trigger, hey, I had that game as a kid. I don't care how much I'm paying for it. I'm going to buy that. And they will get $100 for that, hands down. Because people are not. I have seen oh God. I have seen Star Tropics complete in box go for $350 because someone was just an idiot.
There's times people overpay for stuff because they don't know what it's worth and how much they should pay for it, and it's unfortunate. But there's times when people pay the price that they do and they're happy about it. So did they really get ripped off? That's between the buyer and the seller. We would probably say yes, they did. But
we can't.
They were happy about it. Why are we getting offended for somebody when they're happy about the exchange that happened because they got their childhood game back? No one forced anyone into anything.
I mean, we honestly, like, us going there at a convention, this is their price. We have to be respectful of the vendor, and we may not agree with it, but when it comes to your own stuff, and my problem with that store leading up to that conversation we just had earlier, and I think Welsh would Welsh would get this as well, and so would you. They're not being respectful of the stuff that we're presenting to them. And we know the condition that it's in, and we know what we're giving you, and we're asking a cheap price. You're not being respectful. You're coming back and saying, oh, $60. And it's a hard sell. No, that's not true. It's not a hard sell, because I see Arc the Lad, I see Lunar 2 and Lunar 1 flying off the shelves all around this area like crazy. Like I did a study and put Lunar 2 on Facebook Marketplace just for the hell of it. And I did it on eBay, local pickup only. The messages that I got from Lunar were insane. You're going to tell me it's a hard sell? It's no. It's just because.
But what were the people offering you that were contacting you? They wanted it for next to nothing, didn't they?
So I had it for $160. People were saying $100 because of the box, or $120 because of the box. But still, $60. That's $40 more, $60 more than what the store was offering.
Yeah, but the store has overhead. They have people that they have to pay. They have electricity that they have to pay for. The utilities, the building. I wouldn't have sold it to the store either.
I mean, there's that factor too. But that when you're at a convention, I'm sorry, you don't have overhead. You don't have any of that. And the person is getting overtime. For their person's getting the normal paycheck, they might get a little overtime. They're not going to get a commission off of what they sell or anything because it goes and filters back into the store. So why are you jacking up prices at a convention?
Well, I'm playing the loyal opposition,
and I'm playing hardball.
But look, I've vendored. So even when you go to a convention, you got to pay for hotel for everyone that's going. And I imagine a lot of the stores pay for the hotel for the people that go with them, as well as their food.
Mm.
Plus, you got to pay to rent the booth. And when I vended at Sigi last year, it was $500.
Wow.
So you're not getting in for nothing. But like
Yeah,
the
but if a
prices they're
store,
showing on screen, those are crazy. There's like no reason for those games because they're twice of what they should be, at least.
Yeah, but that's the price to pay for business. You know, if you want to
Yeah,
get there front and center, you're going to pay. Um, you know, it's like advertising at the same time. So, I mean, I wouldn't make an excuse for them to make a pass on fair pricing just because they're at a convention. I mean, they're paying there to be front and center. If they've done a lot of advertising, people know who they are. They're at their stand, you know. Um, yeah, they could still offer fair pricing. I don't care if it's
oh
in
yeah,
their backyard, in their business, or at a convention. You know,
I just don't understand. Like I was watching Sigi videos, and what I don't understand is, there was one vendor. Maybe you guys could help me with this. There was one vendor, and he had uh three tables set up. So in the corners of each table where the table met and you had that triangle, he put stuff like a graded copy of Stadium Events or James Buster Douglas Complete or like all this other stuff, like all these higher end type of games. And OS is like, oh, because they're trying to catch attention or any other stuff, but why do you put that there when people are not gonna like make offers on it? Why waste the time carrying in these things, carrying in the games, putting them in these cases? Do like what's the sense of that? I don't understand that.
they're hoping for a unicorn sale.
There,
You know,
right there.
yeah,
what's a unicorn sale?
like somebody's going to walk in there and that, you know, they might not be engaged in any social media. You know, I mean, the reality of it is a lot of people that are in this hobby probably aren't, and they're going to see it. Their eyes are going to pop and they're going to be like, that's what I wanted. And they're going to see it's graded or whatever. And they're going to go for it at all costs. You know,
Have
they're
you
going to be
seen
like,
that, like at conventions?
I mean, I seen, like, you know, like my working design games I bought that were for PS2 were sealed. And I was like, dude, I've been looking for those and they were sealed. So I bought them, you know, and that was like one of my last purchases. And it was like, you know, $500 out the door to do it, you know.
Did you open
And
them?
no, I haven't opened them. It was the Landgrisser for PS2 is like a working designs.
Oh, with the watch.
Yeah, and then the other Landgrisser. Yeah, there was
Damn.
two of them.
I got that sitting up there. Mine's are open though. Grow Lancer.
Or Girl Lancer, yeah,
Lancer.
not Langlancer. Yeah, Girl Lancer. Yeah, the PS2 ones. The guy was a dentist, and he was like he was getting rid of his private collection, and I tried to talk him down, and he said, "No, this is what I want," and I walked away, and I was like, "Well, I better do it because I'll probably never see that again." And sure enough, I've been seeing like some of that stuff sealed, but I don't know. I feel like $250 for each one was fair.
That's a fair price. That is. I find that fair. And then you got stuff like this, display things. $500.
Oh, the flip doors.
Yep. They actually had a bunch of these, and then they had one of the stand-up cabinets that they had. It was 2 or 3 of them in the front, and then they had a lock on it, and you could open it, and there were shelves in there for games. And that was $4,500.
Yeah, you can see the little hole where it'd be on that metal rod.
Yeah.
and you could shop them that way too. Yeah.
I have noticed at conventions, because I've been watching a lot of these videos, a lot of kiosks, because their GameStops have been going out of business like crazy. And as they closed all the GameStops, the people sold they took the kiosks out of the GameStop, because GameStop's not going to tell you, hey, listen, hey, you're the manager of the store. I want our kiosks for PS4 and Nintendo back. They're
No,
not gonna ask for that.
they tell them to destroy them.
Yes, and
Yeah.
they don't. They take them, they put them in cars, bring them to stores, get tons of money for them, and then the stores want even more money for them. How many
So
Nintendo
do the
Switch
individual
kiosks
collectors.
did you see?
How many what kiosks?
Nintendo Switch kiosks did you see?
There might have been 3 or 4,
Yeah,
but
that's a
I wasn't
lot.
shopping for kiosks, particularly those kiosks. So I didn't.
I want the
was-
Dreamcast one.
I'd love a Dreamcast kiosk, a Genesis kiosk, a Saturn kiosk, a Master System kiosk. Pretty much everything.
Welsh, do you own any of this stuff? Like the display stuff for any of this, or no?
No, I got that N64 case from a business that was closing, a retail store, and it was the N64 era case because it has the purple and yellow
Oh wow.
and the sliding doors, and they had the bezel, so it was like it comes up straight and then kind of rounds at the top. And they would put their little advertising on these little metal things that would hook onto it all over that were purple, and they'd put like Nintendo advertisings on there. Anyways, I got it for a guy, and it's in his shop right now. And I told him, if you ever close this shop, don't just throw that out, because that's a Nintendo case, dude. I mean, that's worth a lot of money.
That's true.
Yep. And I got it for free, and I even got the keys from the guy. It was
Damn.
Kmart that was closing, so
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
nuts.
it's crazy what some of this stuff people are charging for.
I have no room for any of that stuff, nor do I even care.
But some of it you see, you're like, oh man, that's cool. I'd love to have that. And well, actually, here. So this was, I grabbed this because Welch was looking for this one. But I mean, $600. It was missing It's 600 missing Altered Beast, but has Sonic. And I was like, that's crazy because that box isn't even halfway decent shape. It's rough. It's quite rough.
yeah.
But they wanted $600 for it. I was like, that's just loony. But let me grab something.
Maybe with Sigi you have more higher prices because it's a well-known convention, and they know they're going to jack up the prices. Because I was watching videos on this convention I'm going to, and not a lot of people know it, and not a lot of YouTubers go to it. That one guy that's got the N64, the full collection that he does all his videos on, he was there because he's around a little bit further from me. But I don't, maybe that's a thing that hey, listen, this convention's not popular, so we're going to have to bring our prices down a little because we're not going to make the high demand money like we would.
I don't know, because most of the pricing I saw was pretty reasonable. But like, I think you had just texted me something about the prices, and I was like, oh, this is, because I think I said this, like most prices aren't like this, but here's this. Here's those GameCube games.
I would love to. I would buy that Sega thing. I would.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking at that. That's like
Yeah.
Okay.
that
Okay.
instant.
So I was super excited to see that, and I was like, dude, how much? I was like, are you selling that? How much is it going for? So what would you guys pay for it?
I bet you wanted. Go ahead, saying.
No, go have.
I bet you he wanted 15,000.
Well, he was taking bids on it, so people were bidding for it. So he was just like, he wants it sold. So he didn't get 15,000. What were you thinking, saying?
I would just want the Sega logo. I would not want the full stand or anything. It does the Sega logo,
Well,
or do you have to buy
the
the full stand?
price included the stand if you wanted it to. If you didn't want the stand, the price was just for the sign.
I'm guessing probably upwards around $5,000.
The last when I asked about it, and then I asked about it several times afterwards, just seeing how it went. 1,500 was the last bid that I had heard about.
Are you serious?
That's
Yep.
cheap as like anything.
Where is this guy, dude? Where is this
You know,
guy?
right?
But he had it at
Where
the
is
convention
this
for
guy?
3 days. The thing is, like, I really wanted it, but I wasn't going to drop $1,500 on it. I wouldn't spend 2,000. I would have spent 1,000, maybe 500.
I would have dropped
Hell
$2,000
no.
on that. No
Dude,
questions
no
asked.
way. Where is this guy? Give the info. I'm ready.
You know what
I'm
I'm
ready.
saying?
It's
I'm
gone
ready.
to somebody else. It's gone to a collector. But the thing is, it was at a convention. People were bidding on it, and no one went up. And I think it was Friday. I asked about it, and it hit 1,500 on Friday. It didn't change Saturday, and it didn't change on Sunday. So you can find this kind of stuff at conventions.
That's beautiful, though.
But see, that's awesome. How cool would it be if you walked up on a kiosk and they're like, starting bid $300, and they just started going up. Okay, current bid is this price, and they just sit there and marked it up as people put bids on it. And if you had the highest bid at the end of the day, at the end of the convention, it's yours.
I like that 3D look to it. You know, like
It
that
is, it's
Sega,
cool.
Does that pop out?
Sega logo
And then
pops
it's-
out. It has a nice curve to it.
Rounded, yeah. And it has the old school Tails and Sonic drawing style, and
Yep,
from like the
Robotnik, yeah.
cartoon. I mean,
That was
yeah,
a good
dude.
cartoon.
it was an awesome sign.
Should have messaged me, dude.
That's crazy. That's
I don't
so
think I
worth
could have
it.
gotten that back with us.
That's so
I mean,
worth it,
I'd
though.
have told the guy, you know, I'll give you extra to pack it. You know,
Oh no, he wasn't shipping it. He's like, you buy it, it's up to you to deal with it.
oh, Oz, you're doing me a favor.
I would have put my kids on the
Yeah,
roof and put that in the car.
Like if
Damn
I
it, oh,
even
Oz.
thought about it, like, hey Welch, this is going for 1,500. What do you want to spend? So I'll know for the future. If I see something cool and it's out of my price range, I'll let you know.
I mean, dude, realistically, think about that. That's nothing, man.
That's really
nothing.
nothing. That's nothing.
It's more than I would want to spend.
The GameCube. Oh, what was that? I sent you the GameCube. Somebody built an arcade machine out of a GameCube.
Yeah,
And it
I
was a
didn't
full-
see it.
That was the cool. That was 500, and I was like, wow. That if I was at the convention, I would have went to the guy and been like, I'll give you like 4 for this cash. I will take this right now off. I would have bought that 100%. That was the coolest thing I've ever seen. And he
Yeah,
had
I just didn't see it.
he had the vents. He took apart the GameCube, put in the industrial vents on it, the HDMI fix that came out of it, and ran it to like I think it was like either a Lilliput or an LCD monitor. It was so cool the way that thing looked. That's nuts, though. 1,500 for that is crazy
Yep.
money. For that, that's like walking down Toys R Us and remember that dartboard the way it was with all the Master System games on it, and I remember seeing Michael Jackson's Moonwalker for Master System.
I wonder where that thing would have even been stored, dude. Like what?
Yeah,
Like with that Toys R Us or like a Radio Shack or I
Probably
mean
Toys
that's
R
a
Us.
special sign
Someone
too.
probably just had
Like
it sitting in their collection, or it was sitting up in an attic or something, because people didn't know what to do with it.
yeah, I mean that could have been like a one of a kind or super low run. Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
Not for sale.
so here was something that wasn't for sale. I mean, they had a Panasonic Q above it. And I don't think that was for sale either. But
Dude, I had one of
GameCube
those and I
keyboard.
sold it.
it's the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
I played Fantasy Star Online with it.
I was going to say
It
for
was cool for
Fantasy
Fantasy
Star.
Star. Yeah, it's cool for
Yeah.
PSO, but
It's for specific cases. But think
And
about
the
it. You got
box even
a nice big
said
controller for
PSO
holding it
on
apart. Could be kind of ergonomic. But see, like I'm sure if somebody walked up and been like, "Hey, I'll give you $2,000 for it," they'd probably be, okay, maybe. But putting the not for sale kept people from pestering. Hey, how much do you want for that? How much do you want for that? Anyone who was going to make an offer for that was going to make a serious offer.
I can buy that same exact controller for $169 right now on eBay.
Can you?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if it's
170.
boxed and it says like the PSO on it, that's when it gets really expensive.
$400
But,
bucks.
I mean,
box
it's still
with PSO.
expensive.
Yeah, I imagine it's just something to grab attention because
Yep, that's same keyboard.
it got my attention. And above it they had, let me grab this, some stuff for the Dreamcast. Oh gosh.
Yeah, Typing of the Dead. My friend knows all that.
The
Keyboard.
This one had a keyboard with it, which I'm not sure how.
Uh-huh.
'Cause the box wasn't that big.
It's a mini keyboard that fits in there.
Dude, that's not a bad price for a box.
$190 for that. And then House of the Dead, maybe that says $60.
That's reasonable.
Yeah. No, that comes with the guns, dude. Does that comes with the guns? Look, zoom in.
That might
know.
be that you're
It
talking
might
about
be
the
a
big
compatible
box
with
House
it.
of the Dead for Dreamcast with the guns.
$60, dude. I'd have bought that. You can't
I
even
would-
get a
well,
stunner for hardly for cheap.
And it's a cool thing. You don't really
I don't know if that
see
came
this.
with maybe it did something set gun set. Yeah.
See, you should have looked at that and been like, "Wow, I got a whole
I don't
got a
have a
whole-
Japanese Dreamcast, so
I got a whole hotel room full of video games in my backpack, and I could trade you all of this."
yep. Well, I don't think you've seen it, Welsh, but this, oh my gosh, this was the bag I used. So I don't know how well you can actually tell what size that thing is, but that thing was like top to bottom, like it went down below my back, and it was like up here. I had that thing full of games. I said like 73, 74 games.
Let me see if I can find this.
Just a ton of games. But yeah, that's the thing. Now saying's gone, but you know, when you're going to conventions, like we said, know what you're looking for, know what the prices are. If you're trying to trade or sell, know what the prices are, what you want for it, what you're willing to take for it. More than you'd spend, but not. Oh yeah, I kind of wanted one of those for PSO. Yeah, I think it's an oddball controller. I think it's neat, but not necessarily what I would want to pay for it. I don't know.
I mean, realistically, I didn't have a use for it beyond Fantasy Star Online.
Yeah, that one game.
And yeah, so that was about all it was good for. Maybe couldn't you send messages to other people in like Animal Crossing or something? But,
Oh, it probably you could write the stuff out on the letters and whatnot.
just saying. Was that the Nintendo one or is that the Tiger?
I think you're muted, saying.
God, you having like 3 minutes. Yeah, this is the Nintendo one.
Is that the Nintendo or the Tiger?
No, this is the Nintendo. Dumb crap that you never give back when you 5-finger discount stuff at a Blockbuster or Hollywood Video or whatever the hell it was that we got that weekend.
All right, we're gonna have to take this one offline because Saiyans gonna get busted for stealing. And
Yep, you got stereo, NES, you got single, you got turbo.
Oh, the Konami one, yeah.
I just never with the mic can go in and out. I just gimmick crap.
that looks cool. I think I'll take it.
It's just gimmick stuff that
Wear
Nintendo
that,
thinking
the
about.
Power Glove.
I have the
and
Power
then,
Glove in there too.
Didn't they have like one more wearable or something? I
They
thought
had
they
the
had-
Vector that you move your hands through, and it would move the people or something on the screens or whatever. And I got Rob in there.
Oh, U-Force.
I
I
don't
think
know
that
about
was a U-Force.
Yeah,
Yeah,
U-Force. Yeah.
yeah,
that.
Rob.
Interesting. Yep, there's the Rob that we got. Prin was pretty happy with that one.
Do you have the Amiibo?
We do. We got the Amiibo. Was like, here's a little substitute for you. So, I guess, do you have any other thoughts or anything to share about conventions? Getting ready to go to them. You know, obviously, pack your clothes and whatnot. Know what you're looking for, what you want, what you're willing to pay for, and if you take anything for trade.
I
And remember to be like, hey, this much cash.
If they do an auction, I'd say go to the auction because the auctions are pretty fun. They'll have something in there that, you know, if you hold back a little bit on your funds, like that's how I got that Strider 2 poster, that full size one. And I got that signed Shenmue by Yu Suzuki.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. I was looking at a signed copy of Seaman from Spock, Leonard Nimoy. That was going for stupid money. So it was, I just kind of bounced away with that one. But yeah, I mean, really, I'm just gonna go there with the games, whatever it is, and I'm gonna try not out the gate say, hey, I got this, and move forward with it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be like, hey, I got Dinosaur Peak, I got this, I got all this and everything, like, let's make deals and stuff. And I just
I just want you to spend a lot of money, dude. Okay?
That's not a problem, but I mean,
take out the pictures and bring lots of cool stuff back.
I mean, really, it's I was telling Owaz, like, because I'm watching a ton of videos on this stuff, and Little Samson was all over the place at Sigi. From all the videos I saw, different people, even a kid did a video on it. He said it was originally 2,200 they had for it. He got it for 18, and I'm like, okay, but he had trades going with it too. Whatever. I just don't see Dinosaur Peak. A lot of these videos, it's like Little Samson, and then they drop immediately to like Bucky O'Hare or not even Panic Restaurant. I mean, I might pick up a Jaguar CD because it would be nice to have a portable toilet in my room. So that might be something, to pick up. But no, I really want that Earthbound big box, and I want that to finish off the Saturn collection. It probably would be the Panzer Dragoon Saga. That's really what I want to go after the most.
Yeah, somebody actually did a video recently on Panzer Dragoon Saga, and I watched it, and like, man, you got to look at like the price of some of these games, and like if you actually look at the history of Panzer Dragoon Saga, and you look at the timing of it all, and just how many copies were actually made, It's like that game is way underpriced, in my opinion, value-wise. I mean, you're asking more money for KO Flying Squadron, which is a shmup. The best thing
Yeah.
about it going on is the nice anime cells that they have in there. But honestly, if you want a game that has like real context that can like, honestly, that game conveys emotion. It has really good 3D CG and all that. Panzer Dragoon Saga should be easily way more than what they asked for it. I don't even know who the hell decided that that's how much it's worth.
It's like
Because from a
18.
historical factor, that almost irritates me. I mean, it really does kind of, get my chestnuts roasting over an open fire about, dude. I mean, it ticks me off, dude.
I want, like, I need that game to finish my Saturn stuff. That, and I need a couple of other, like Mega Man, the Mega Man game for Saturn. But that's really the only two I'm looking at to get. And then Earthbound Big Box. I've wanted that for ages. Earthbound Big Box. And if they have like shmups or whatever it is, I have the whole Soldier series. When I saw that you got that PlayStation, no, when you got the PSP one, I was like, oh crap! I remember I wanted this, and it was in the back of my head, and I picked it up. The three
What
of
was
them.
it? What was it?
It was the Superstar Soldier.
Oh yeah,
that, which is cool. That's a really
there's
cool
two
one.
of them. There's two of them for the PSP.
The PSP.
There's Japanese. There's a collection, and then there's the PS2 Superstar Soldier that they ported to the PSP. So there's the Star Soldier collection, I believe is what it is.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
So there's two on the PSP. So just be sure if you're looking for the PS2. I'd have to get it out, but they did one on the PS2, ported that to the PSP, and then the PSP also had the collection.
The PSP one's the one I have with the gold on. I think it's like the gold on the front of it with all 3 games.
Yeah, and it tells you how to play it.
Yeah,
Tate. Yeah.
PSP is good. So I was looking even at Vita. Vita has a lot of good games. Vita's a lot of RPG games, though.
So you were saying that you think Panzer Dragoon Saga is underpriced. What do you think it should be going for?
Okay, open up, compare that to a copy of Snatcher, compare it to a copy of KO Flying Squadron,
Is Snatcher a good game?
What's that?
Is Snatcher?
It's a good story, Hideo Kojima, it's interesting. I've never played through it all the way. I don't even own it. I got a burned copy. That's one of the ones I got to get eventually, but I know I bought a bootleg of it. They redid the whole packaging and all that, but yeah, if you look at the prices of those and you look at the historical values, and then you look at you really dig at Panzer Dragoon's historic, how long it took, what they were trying to accomplish with the Saturn, what they ended up accomplishing with the Saturn, the fact that the original code is gone.
Yeah.
As to date, it's like, dude, that's a relic. Why are you guys underpricing this game that plays in the era of turn-based combat, Final Fantasy VII? It's like, sure, it's not Final Fantasy VII, but it plays pretty darn good. In my opinion, it is definitely probably the best RPG on the Saturn.
Well, I jumped on eBay and was looking at sold listings, and you can get the Japanese version for $40. And I was just like, wow. So I wonder if that has something to do with it, is how cheaply you can get the Japanese version. So there's people like, you know what, I got to get this, and instead of spending $1,200, I'm gonna spend $40.
That's because there's supposedly a translation, and here's the funny thing: why don't we get a translation of Snatcher? So I can play Saturn Snatcher or the I think the Mega Drive CD Snatcher is still kind of expensive, but if you gave me the option to play that translated Snatcher on the Saturn that sells for like $30, boom, there goes the value. That's why you haven't seen that happen yet. And I think that's
Snatcher's on
absolutely
Saturn?
hilarious. Yeah, yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that.
Yep. And it's also on the PC Engine, you know, and it sells for, you know, $50. And it's like, okay, so why don't somebody take the time to translate that? Because they don't want to miss out on those Snatcher sales, yet they're going to run a game like Panzer Dragoon down, which in my opinion has way more historical context. You know, you play games that just make your mind focus on jump, 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 get this, get that. That game actually has story, emotion, good, you know, good CG for the time. It uses they created their own language for the game, you know, that the characters speak, and then they translate it. So it's just, yeah, I mean, that game's underrated, huge, in my opinion.
It's like the crown jewel of Saturn, basically. And then Saturn went out. And
Well, there may just not be the demand for it. The people that know how to translate it just don't care about Snatcher. Especially if there's Drake said the Sega CD was in English, so it kind of has already been translated.
Yeah, but the Sega CD one is the one that runs that high bill.
But shouldn't you be able to take a lot of what has already been translated for that version and easily modify the Saturn version or patch the Saturn version? That's
you
what
would
I
think so. You would think so, but there's no patch made for the Saturn.
Well, find someone that can do it and hey, make this.
Yeah, but then, dude, if you look at these translator guys, they run in the same circles, though. They work together, and they're you know, they know damn well if they do that, then that's going to make that game drop because people are going to buy that one and get the translation.
I mean, I personally feel the same way.
I mean, everybody networks like that. You know, even the engineer people, you know, the engineer guys that do the mods and all that. I mean, we're all connected. And we see the games that go on a little bit. So it's like, you know, why wouldn't you do it after this amount of time? It's an expensive game. It's sought after, right?
Because they don't want to. It'd be as simple as that. They just don't want to.
Yeah, because you're going to make that game plummet. Now that guy who bought all those 10 copies when they were cheap, he don't want that, you know?
I feel the same way about Magic Knight. I love Magic Knight. It's like my favorite game on Saturn besides Blastwing. And I just don't. I feel Magic Knight should be like when you have stuff like Magic Knight, you have stuff like Panzer Dragoon where the translations are gone. They're non-existent anymore. And working design is defunct. Those games should carry a hefty price tag because the translations are not there anymore. They're done. It's over with. That's it. And if you lose a translation in a game, you know, yeah, you could translate, I guess, or copy or do or remake whatever if you're going to rip it off the CD and then do whatever they did with Lunar. But the game's kind of like the stuff is gone. So,
but it's still out there though. It's not like the code or whatever might be gone, but the information is still out there.
The information is out. No, the information's not out there.
But if there's an English version somewhere else, the information is there.
But the problem with it is, so this is, so from my understanding, if it works basically like programming, you have your source code, and then you take your source code, put it into a compiler. The compiler forms an executable. So or they would burn whatever and compile everything onto an ISO. The ISO would get burnt onto the CD image. The original source code for Rayearth is not there. So if they were going to enhance it or do whatever it is, Lunar, I could get the source codes there. You could do whatever. Can you reverse engineer the ISO to have the source code on the CD, and then go from there. It's not so you can't decompile it off of a CD and then use that to formulate the source code. But that's a lot
Gotta
of
be
work.
worth it. It's got to be worth it. And if it, they don't
Rareth
think
would
it's worth
be.
it,
But I agree with what Welsh is saying. I mean, once you reach that you know top of, hey, like we lost this was gone, like all those games should be more of a like museum piece and should command more of a price than, hey, Kikyo, because it's a shmup. I mean, whatever, it should command more than Little Samson, because Little Samson, whatever, I mean, why? Oh, it was the last release of Nintendo. Oh. But I mean,
but there's more NES fans than there are Saturn fans. It's just supply and demand. I mean,
I feel like KO's deal is, obviously a small print run for US.
yes,
It has the anime in it, which was still kind of a new concept for US market, Like it was always interesting to watch an anime on cartoon afternoons in the US, in my opinion. And having that integrated into the game with the anime style, I can see why that game has appeal. But have we ever gotten a hard number of how many of those were ever minted by JVC? Does it outreach, or is it under what the 10,000 global of Panzer Dragoon Saga was? I mean, that's a pretty big, question that would be nice to know. Obviously, I think KO is not going to be a very high run. It might be less than Panzer. I don't know, but I can just tell you in the long run, you're going to get a quick fix with KO. If you want a real genuine experience with story, that you have to play it. You have to play it. Owaz, you got a Saturn now, right?
yeah.
You need to play it. Like just the opening cutscene already
It's a good
brings that kind of like your mind trying to wrap what's going on. It's not like just, I'm watching some flashes of light and there's a battle going on. I mean, you're getting the story out of it, dude.
it's a very good game.
And you're talking about KO,
No, Panzer Dragoon Saga.
Dragoon Saga.
Yeah, Panzer Dragoon Saga is a phenomenal. I mean, I've been after that thing for years, and I don't know why I didn't buy it, but it's a really really good game. I mean, the way they did it,
along with Earthbound in the big box.
And it spans 4 discs. I mean,
yeah.
You hear all these people talk about speed run times. Hell with that, dude. Because like when I was playing that, I wasn't worried about speed run, and I was searching everything.
You're enjoying the game.
But once you've played through it once or twice or 5 times, what do you have left? Speed run. Or just regular run. But
I guess, but look, that's a game. That's a game like a fine. I mean, you use the analogy games like fine wine. I mean, it's like a fine wine. Like you sit, you open the case, you sniff it, you get the aroma that comes in, you flip the book, you smell the discs, you put them in the Saturn, you play. It's one of those games that you should treasure. Yeah, one of those games you should treasure.
That's and I'm being the loyal opposition here. I agree with you guys. Like there's a lot of stuff that should have more credit and more appreciation than it does. Most people don't care. That plays a big part in it. Most people don't care enough to do anything. They don't care about the history of it. They don't care about, the numbers that were run. They just, can I put it in and play it? 90+% of gamers, that's all they care about. And then half the ones that talk about history.
This goes back to the whole thing about selling, though, man. Okay, you got people out there that are blindly peddling at a lower price for something that they don't know enough about to say, "Hey, man, this is worth more." But they'll do that for something else that just don't seem like it's that good of a sell. KO, okay, it's got some good little anime cutscenes, fine, but I mean, man, I just can't see the price on that. Because I
But
mean,
that-
me trying to finish my Sega Saturn or Sega CD set, KO's one of them, Snatcher is one of them still, and I'm saving them for the end. And just because I know it's going to be a big purchase, and I'm going to try to find somebody that's slipping or haggle. You know, I want to make sure I got everything else off the books, so I don't have to worry about it. You know, I can take my time, not feel rushed. You know, because right now I'm already like, you know, doing the recon for it. You know, I'm not going to be like, I may end up being that guy and just be like, okay, there it is, buy it now. You know, maybe, but I mean, I'm also getting to that point too where, you know, I'm getting to where I try to find deals like more, you know, instead of just like, because I mean, it's
Pay a
like,
little
dude,
more
if I
attention.
ever go to try to resell my entire set of stuff, I want to come out ahead and not just realize that I paid top dollar for everything that was beyond what it was actually worth, you know?
Yeah, that's rough.
Yep, I get that. I think I overpaid on a lot of the stuff, or not overpaid, but was too impatient when
Right.
especially early on when I was getting stuff for the Master System, and especially 2021, 2022, there on the rare occasion that you'd see a lot of games, it's like, all right, you'd go and you look, okay, this is the price of everything in here, and everyone else was doing it too, and so they were just bumping the prices up. And so you end up
Yeah,
paying more than you would like because you're
I want to
impatient.
see this here. I just want to see something here for my own mind. So yeah, KO Flying Squadron. I mean, if you want a complete copy, 2,500, 3,000. I mean, that's ridiculous.
I'd buy a loose and then backpedal for the box and stuff.
Dude, I don't even think it's worth the loose prices though.
It's like 4
I mean,
loose.
I think the loose price I seen in there was like they were asking for like $1,000. It's like, no way, dude. No way. Where's that at? Yeah, 1,500. I mean, you got to be kidding me, dude.
Drake, are you talking about the copy that you got from me? But again, like, you associate a higher value with these items than most other people, and you may not be wrong. Like, I don't have experience with any of it, so I'm just playing
So let me
loyal
ask
opposition, a
you.
little bit of devil's advocate.
So you have so let's say it's 2,200.
For
Kikyo. Let's say Kikyo's 2,200. You go to
how do
a
you
show.
how do you spell that?
Kiko, I think. Kikko. Just put Flying S Sega CD and it'll come up. What would be the markup for a show for something like that? I mean, what would they sell it for? Like $3,000?
It depends on what the thing is. Most vendors aren't going to mark it up. They're going to look at price charting and they're going to market at that. And then in their mind, they'll have, okay, this is what I'm willing to take for, or how much I'm willing to knock off on it, depending on, what kind of bundle someone's getting. If they're getting anything, if they're just getting that one, maybe they'll take off 5%, 10%. But there are the rare vendors that mark stuff up, and it's just like, you either are trying to take advantage of someone, don't really want to sell it, so you have it marked at a high price, and so it's just something for people to look at. It's most of the vendors at any of the conventions I've been to don't mark up their games. It's just the same price, but there's some that do. But that's why it's important that you got to know what you're looking at and how much it's worth to you.
What was the Panasonic Q going for? Because I have that sitting in my storage locker.
I don't remember. I saw several of them and I didn't look at them. I mean, I like to get a Panasonic Squirrel. Oh my gosh. Panasonic Q.
I want a Megajet. One of the videos, the guy had it for $600 in the box. I was like, wow. That Megajet's just like a cool thing. The CDX.
215.
Yeah, the Megajet I thought is kind of a cool looking thing, but then again, I'm just kind of like, dude, I've got so much hardware. Like, what's the point of trying to collect every piece of it? You know, like honestly, the one, like out of my Sega CDs, I like the look of the one and the audio options, but I like the CDX too. So I mean, that's kind of a tough deal. Like the Model 2, I think aesthetically it looks kind of cool, but I think I could handle, pitching that off the set. My JVC XI, honestly, I mean, that has a lot of cool little options too built right onto the board, but I don't know. The JVC XI just doesn't really set me off,
Controller's cool for that.
Yep.
It's a different controller. That one's nice.
Well, it's like if like I've got several of the Master System and a couple different Genesises, but only one of them boxed. And it's like, but do I need a CDX? Do I need the JVC XI? Do I need the Nomad? Do because I don't collect for Sega CD, do I need a Sega CD? No.
I think us three being as big into Sega as we are, it's totally excusable to say, hey, I need a CDX or I need a Nomad or I mean a Megajet. A Megajet was the portable thing in Japan where you plugged it into a TV on a jet on planes and brought the games with you. You can't get cooler than that. That's a nice. To me, that's a better piece than having Kikyo in your stupid collection. You don't see it. Like him and I got the PCFX. Where was the last time you saw a PCFX ever? No.
It's how it's a Japanese console.
Right, but
you're gonna see it less often.
I actually sent another PCS-FX off to George
get modded
to get the full works. Yeah, this one's going to get the mods done to it to where it has the full recap, the ability to play both American, Japanese.
The translation mod, the region mod,
and the S-Video out instead of RCA. So it'll have S-Video out, and they said that somebody did a demo of it, or George did a video on it, and it was hooked up with Component. But he said for it to actually get the best video quality, you want to stick with S-Video, even though Component seems like it'd be higher for that. But the RGB of the S-Video is actually more accurate.
Yeah.
So that's what that'll entail. That it'll entail the with the recap, it comes with these two tiny little resistors that you replace on it. It increases the bass audio of the system as well, because it was so they figured it out. They figured out you could actually get better acoustics out of it. So I want to do a comparison of the one. It's a PC Engine Duo that I just had recapped. I didn't adjust anything on it, no mods.
The white or the black model
versus the one that's been modded. I'm interested in that sound quality.
The Duo is which one is it? The R or the?
Just the regular Duo. It's the flat black one. It looks like the American's Turbo Duo, but it's the Japanese one. You still got to use that level 3 card in it to get maximum functionality for all the games.
The arcade card.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Drake, there was 62 officially released games for the PCFX.
Yep. And there's only a couple of them that are good.
The one that I absolutely love for freaking PC Engine CD though is I have it too. I always play it as the mech game, Metal Stalker. Is that it? What the hell? Why do I forget the name of that?
I don't know.
game?
I'm looking at that chat GPT. I was like, what are the notable games? It says Battle Heat, Zenki FX Fighter, Farland Story FX, Der Langreaser FX, Chip Chan Kick, Miraculum: The Last Revolution, Kyoshin
Mad
High
Stalker.
Roger,
Metal
Anime Freak
Stalker.
FX series,
Mad
Blue
Stalker.
Breaker, something else. I have no idea what that says. Something carrot.
Zero Liger is the bet. Zero
It doesn't
Liger.
say. It doesn't say Mad Stalker.
Nope.
Dude, that
It says-
game like has the
Oh,
Oh,
best
he's
freaking
looking
music.
at PCFX, not PCCD.
Oh,
yeah. Just at PCFX.
yeah. I mean that game is like probably my favorite on it. I still need to get the Castlevania game, but I don't know. I mean, I have it on those limited
Oh,
run
Mad
collections, and
Yeah, Mad Stalker's cool. Mad Stalker's very cool. Oh, you have the what is it? The PC memories, the 4 discs that come in the box.
me.
Mm-hmm.
No, I bought
Castlevania?
the actual copy of it.
Okay.
I got
The
like
copy's
a
up
real
there.
copy of it.
Mad Stalker's a really good game. That was up there. My big thing too is Steam Hearts. I gotta get Steam Hearts for Saturn. And
What
PC
was this
Engine.
Drake? He said, "What about CDI games?"
No, he asked AI for a list of good CDI games. It was a pretty good list.
Dude,
Don't-
you know, I think CDI gets too much of a bad rap. I'm actually looking at buying there's Micro Machines for it. I want to try it out. You remember
Mad
Micro
Dog
Machines like
Dupree.
on Genesis?
Yep. I think
Yeah.
the CDI gets a bad rap because of the Zelda games. That's what everyone hears about is the Zelda games. Because I couldn't have told you there was a Micro Machine game for the CDI.
Dude, if you ever played Arzette, I mean, Arzette's supposed to play just like them.
I've never heard of Arzette.
Neither have I.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys crack me up. You need to play Arzette. I played that.
What is that on?
It's probably on everything now. Yeah, I think I seen recently that you can get it on GOG even. But that's what the Wanda Gamelon and or Link play like. And they're just making fun of the cutscenes is what everybody's trying to make fun of with those games. And the funny part is I just bought those, dude. I just got them both as a set. So it's like, come on, dude. Like, they're not that bad. People are just bagging.
Jewel,
They're
Wasn't the
bagging too
gameplay
much.
graphics pretty crummy as well for the Zelda
For
games.
Arzette? No, Arzette is, dude. I mean,
The Zelda games.
I mean, they're side-scrolling attack games. I mean,
Arzette looks good.
Zelda Adventure is like, ridiculous in price. Otherwise, you'd have an overhead game. I mean, they're not going to be perfect. It's like, dude, I mean, you're talking like 3DO era, CDI. I mean, it's like you're asking way too much and believing that it should be better,
Because they weren't. I don't think those Zelda games were licensed by Nintendo.
No, they had. I mean, they had permission to use Zelda. There was some deal. I'm pretty sure Nintendo wishes they hadn't, but
Yeah, Arzette looks really good.
it looks interesting.
It
I mean,
looks.
it's on Steam for $20.
Yeah, like Arzette, like I played through it once already, and I thought it was excellent.
Sorry, the trailer or whatever for Arzette started playing. It's like, look, everyone, that's the
Yeah.
princess.
And the funny part is they're doing a jab at the Zelda games, but once you play that and you take all that in, dude, you're just like, man, this is great, Like E.T. isn't that bad either.
For the
I don't know about that one.
2600 ET, the one that everyone says caused the crash and all that.
Wait, there was an ET game for the 2600.
The Atari.
Oh, what the hell am I talking about? I have it sitting on my shelf.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah, I had to go with my father to the landfill for that game. Father loves
Yep.
the Atari.
You know what's hilarious though was is I love watching Saiyans' eyes when he starts getting glazed, thinking about stuff, dude.
Just I'm thinking about
You can
Steam
just see it,
Hearts
dude.
and
Like his cogs are just like overtime now, all spinning. Like, oh
I'm like
man,
Steam
The
Hearts.
hamsters on roids going now. Let's go, little doggy. Come on.
Oh man, it's not even here. I picked up $6 Fortress of Fear for Nintendo. For Game Boy. Know if you guys best opening music for Game Boy ever. It's a Wizards and Warriors game. I showed Drake it. Picked up for $6. I'm like, wow, this is a great fun game to play. It's got great opening music, and no, it was $6. It's games like that, I mean, I guess they're fun. But yeah, those Zelda games are, I don't know, because you have some people on Reddit that say you want a full collection of Zelda US release, you have to buy those games. And then some people say you want a full collection of Zelda US, you don't need those games because they're not canon to the full Zelda series. So then it's back and forth, back and forth.
But are the Hyrule Warriors games, are those considered canon?
Yes, they're licensed by Nintendo and they are considered, if you're going to go for a full US release, yes.
Just because
See, that's the
licensed
thing,
by the
though.
company doesn't mean.
No,
I'm not. Go ahead. Sorry.
for a set, because I have all the Zelda games like a full set for US release, and the Hyrule Warriors games are they have the characters that are in them, the music. They're an offshoot of the actual what is it series. It's kind of like, if you think of it as kind of like a side story to the series. So yes, those are required. These, I don't know. That's great opening music right
See,
there.
doesn't it look like Arzette though, dude?
It does a little bit, yeah.
Like
I
you,
think
you
Garzette's
totally-
I think Garzette's way better,
Commercials.
but it
Like-
looks like it.
I
Yeah,
hardly even watch the thing.
like I played these, on backups. And after playing Arzette, I was like, okay, I want to own these. That's why I finally bit and got a good deal on both the games for less than $5. And like the green one itself goes for $400 or more usually.
yeah, Drake, you are correct. She looks like the Zelda from the cartoons back in the 80s. She does not look like anything like the Zeldas
I mean,
drawn
a
out.
little bit more maybe, but I mean, it doesn't look like a good game. It
Where's
looks
the link, though?
There's a lot of repetition. I'm guessing that she's just grinding out money.
And I think graphically this looks pretty good, for the time. I mean, that's why I don't get it. I mean, it's not Nintendo palette. I mean, it's a CDI. I mean, imagine if this would have never been a Nintendo game, it probably would have been a smash hit for the system. They'd have been like, "Oh, we love it," because they would have nothing to compare it to or to try to hold a base to it.
Well, I think you're right, Welch. Because I don't think I'd seen gameplay of the game until just a minute ago when I started it.
But
'cause
that's
I've only seen the cutscenes.
but you
And
see,
going off
this
the
is the
cutscenes, yeah, it's horrible.
this is the thing. The video game nerd, he went and dumped over all three of them. And that's where they get that bad rap, is because they're just garbage because of a big, oh, they're garbage. That's it. It's over with. Blah blah blah. Whatever. But you're not taking it for what it is. I mean, it's a CDI game. You have to take it that it's a CDI game. It's going to look the way it does because it is on a CDI. Some
Yeah,
things,
it's on
But
CD.
If you don't like the way it looks, you don't like the way it looks. It doesn't matter.
yeah, but it doesn't matter. I mean, like some things are like with that guy. Some things are just straight out theatrics. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's a side scroller, great, side scroller RPG ish. They tried. They did whatever
it
they
doesn't
could.
look. It doesn't. There's nothing special about it. It doesn't look crazy horrible. It doesn't look crazy good. It just looks okay.
I mean, I think this looks better than Sega CD in a lot of different ways, like the color palette and the smoothness, because it's hand drawn. You don't see the, jaggies and that.
Yeah, what's that dog
Sega
game
CD
that's
might
on
have-
Wonder Dog? Wonder Dog for Sega CD is rough. It's not. I mean, you compare the animations to this and Wonder Dog. This is a lot better. Yeah, it's just okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Are you
it's
watching
okay.
this on like double speed or something? It was.
I must be. I don't know because I'm sharing and stuff. I can't see what I sped it up to.
I mean,
Very
that's
good.
fine. I mean,
But yeah, it was just to get an idea of the gameplay and stuff.
now what I think is cool, and which I'm eventually going to get it, is the Zelda Adventure one, where they actually use live action video cutscenes.
So here's one speed.
Ooh, that's slow.
Now that would get
That's
speed.
slow.
This is really slow.
Probably had to make it slow so they could do that controller.
Probably.
But if you emulate it and you can increase it by 200%, maybe it makes it a lot more playable.
All I know is you guys got to play Arzat. That game, dude, it's like I powered through it in just a couple nights. I didn't want to do it all in one sitting, but I platinumed it. Or no, I didn't platinum it because I haven't done hard. I haven't done hard mode yet, but I beat the game in like 2 nights of just casual play, and it was a good time.
Okay, there we go.
It doesn't look too bad. Orzet looks really good though. I'll admit, Orzet looks nice. I mean, the animations on it are nice, but the animations are on. You look at animations like Astal. Astal is beautiful. It's a beautiful game. You look at animation. Rayearth is gorgeous. It's a beautiful game.
It's the princess.
Oh,
See,
that's
they're
good.
making fun of that Zelda game, but
You know what this reminds me of when I look at this? Kind of like a Shantae game.
yeah, a mix of it
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Feeling lonesome tonight.
Alas, I won't accept a common of
This
I
looks
require fine dining.
like a solid game.
This kingdom will be mine. You think I'm a disgusting?
And I thought the music in it was really good too.
My
I hope these
only
guys
tip
actually
is
make
to
a
help
sequel.
folks in need. That'll probably steer you on the right path.
Crack walls, strange spaces. Investigate them.
Wow.
Go get 'em, princess. May luck find you.
It's
Is
time
this
I
on
finish
CDI
this
too?
for good.
No, well, I don't know. This is something on Steam. Steam, Xbox, PS4, and 5, and the Switch. So, bookmark it on your favorite system and wait for it to go on sale.
Welsh, when did this come out? What's this? What platform did this come out on? When it originally came out?
I got it on PS5.
Okay.
I bought like a box set. It came with like these weird controllers. I got a vinyl for it. Like the soundtrack on this game is really good too. Like you'll enjoy it. I mean, I would bet if you like a good platformer game, you would enjoy this.
Yeah, it's a new game. It was released last year.
Oh wow, yeah, look at that. The RZ Jewel Collection presentation collection. It's got the limited run controller, which looks like a CDI controller.
Yeah.
USB, and it's got Nintendo, it's for the Nintendo Switch. That's unique. Yeah, that's pretty. I got to admit, that's pretty badass. Giving you a controller like that and the game along with it. That's yep.
So I was thinking about this today too, which I think is you figure this is a take on a CDI game, okay? And you figure, okay, so that game did really good in the future, but if you look at it from a backtracking perspective, just because of like, you know, the confusion of the IP maybe and that, and probably not mass marketing period, because you know whatever was going on with CDI and Nintendo, it sounds like that game just didn't get a huge release. So how would the Mimic game do better in the future versus the past, you know? But yet today we make fun of that game, but they're using the same mechanics in the game today. You see what I'm saying? It's like double edging itself. Is so why is the past one bad?
It looks like Shantae. It's like a.
But the new one is making fun. You can say it's a crap
Parody.
Yes, thank you. It's a parody of the other one. The other one is known as being a bad game, whether it is or not. I don't think really even matters. But because it's a parody, it's popular for known for being a bad game, right? So you parody that, and people are interested in the new game just because of the knowledge of the bad game. And so it's more widely known than it should be.
You confused me.
But is it really a bad game? Is what you know what I mean?
I don't know. I have going by the video. It seems like it played really slow.
I'll get my copies and I'll stream them.
I'll have to see if I can find an emulator. So I wouldn't mind trying to emulate it and playing it a little bit and seeing what I think about them. But
yeah, I'll stream them this winter. I'm
still looking at ours on eBay. That's very different. It's different.
Today, the Shinobi demo dropped. I've been playing. I played that earlier.
I tried to find it on the Xbox and I couldn't.
The .emu. I'm like, dude, I'm amazed. I'm actually amazed. I was like, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm gonna like that the way they changed up the graphic style, but man, .emu is freaking awesome. That's all I gotta say, man. They are freaking awesome. Like every one, it made me automatically backtrack to Wonder Boy, you know, and then
Wonder Boy.
God, what else did they do? Wonder Boy, they did the Turtles, they did I thought they did another big Sega game. Streets of Rage. You know? So it's like, man, they know what they're doing. They do a good job and they bring that perfect graphical blend that they have. And like, man, I'm excited for that game, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, that RPG, while we were talking, where the hell is it?
What RPG?
Saiyans Cogs, what are they turning on?
Yeah, you're sitting over talking about Shinobi, and I'm like, all right, let me fire it up and see if I can find the demo. And he's like, RPGs. Woo!
Wait for this to go through.
Shinobi RPG. Ooh.
I think that would be horrible. Yo, the Shinobi for Saturn is amazing.
I think they'd have to go with an action RPG for it.
Oh, is that Square Enix?
Yeah,
That game that's coming out next year? How's that
yeah.
look? How's that
Um,
look?
It's the demo. I haven't even played it yet. Honestly, it's I looked and I've never
Oh.
been. It's like Square's doing what Square did in the '90s with pushing games on Super Nintendo. That's the way I felt when I was watching the Nintendo Direct and Square was coming up, and I'm like, oh, just it reminded me of the push with Super Nintendo, EVO and like the Final Fantasy games, Chrono Trigger, like all that stuff. Like I was really honestly excited that Square was doing this. And then of course Final Fantasy Tactics. I can't wait for that to come out. I
Oh,
took off a week.
dude, I just seen today too, in a new trailer for that game, the voiceovers
Yup, the whole game
and
is
all
voiced.
the dialogue, dude. I'm like, dude, that is going to be an awesome experience to play that way because, like, back in the day on PS1, you had to read everything and
Yep.
dot by dot, as some of the text really scrolled really slow out, and like that's going to be awesome, dude. And then like they showed some of the battles, like right at the beginning when that soldier hits that guy with the sword right at the beginning, the other guy, and like
Mhm.
the sound effects are added. There's like sound effects and like, yeah, dude, that's gonna
Agrius
be
walks
awesome.
like Agrius walks down and uses a status sword with the shards, like it sounds like ice coming down, and then you have Orlando that runs in and he uses the holy sword stuff. Yeah, that man, I've been waiting a very long time for that game to get a H2D remake or whatever. Most people I was talking to, they're like, oh, it came out on the PSP and the War of the Lions, and that's the best remake. I'm like, no. Like, yeah, you could say War of the Lions was good, and the PSP and whatever it is, but this game I think it's going to be better than that on the PSP.
And they confirmed that the cloud side stuff will be in it too.
Yes, where you got to get the
So-
sword on the volcano, and you got to get Cloud, and then she's there with I think it's Agrius with the flower, and you have to take the flower from her to start the whole Cloud quest. Yeah, that game is
Yeah.
burnt into my memory. I took a week off from work just to sit down and play that game to no end.
Are you gonna beat it in a week or are you gonna grind?
There's no my OCD will kick off, and I'll be running around Mandalia Plains for like the next 3 days, leveling up to no end. I'll have like knights by the first chapter and dragoons.
I feel like I'm gonna play that game differently now that I'm older versus 20 years ago playing it. Like I was more like, okay, I'm gonna use a lot of like damage builds or like just straight up mages, but I might try to I guess experiment more with different types of stuff.
Do you ever have a calculator?
I never did mess with calculator.
Calculators are nasty.
The Geomancer, I tried to like get into him a little bit, but I didn't feel like he was dealing enough, and I feel like now I might be able to figure out a little better strategy with the Geomancer.
Geomancer Monk is probably the best combo you can get because
or like the time mages.
Yeah, they're nasty.
Have a good night, Drake.
No,
Bye,
Drake,
Drake.
stay in here.
It's after midnight.
Oh wow,
Drake. Drake, quit trying to leave, man.
Those games look great. I mean, I have like I think 30 save files or 20 save files on my PlayStation memory cards across like just different games, different people I have saved, like the lady who was a Dragoneer. Then I have like a team of like 3 dragons with her, all the chocobos. Yeah, like just crazy stuff. The behemoths that you don't get until it's like at the end of the game and they come scrolling around. Yeah, that game. That's a good game. Square, but it's it. I felt like it's Square back to '90s roots with the games that they're putting out. Oh, this is Shinobi?
Yeah, it looks great. Like the art style is awesome.
Yeah, it feels good too playing. That's what I was worried about, you know. Like with Streets of Rage, they nailed it. And I think they nailed it with this one too.
Streets of Rage 4, right? That came out?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good game.
Yeah, .emu is just so awesome, dude. Like I look at it at first and I'm like, man, what are they doing? But then I'm thinking in the background, like, I know they've delivered good stuff, so I really can't see them having a failure, but it could happen, you know. And I was worried because it's like, dude, we're talking about Shinobi here, man. You can't mess this up, you know. Oh, are you playing Owaz?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
playing.
nice.
I found the demo and downloaded it real quick.
Where'd you find the demo?
It's on everything. I think the demo's on everything.
Oh, wow.
I'm
And there's
guessing
like
that's
a,
the point.
you know, like a mechanic system to it too. Like there is a little bit of this like experience based or money purchase system.
There's a guy in the back.
See, that's the one. Like we were talking about all these games and everything. That's the one thing I don't understand is those people that do retro achievements. I don't really think they're enjoying the game. They're just playing the game for an achievement. And when you play a video game, you should play a game to enjoy it, not to just I'm doing these achievements and then I'm just going to move on to the next game.
But they're not all doing that. If you're not trying to badge it, then you just play it and can enjoy it. But if you're trying to badge it, then you're looking at all the achievements. What do I have to do? And and now
Takes
I
away
play
from
this
the fun
way
of
or
the
that
game.
way.
Why does that say Xbox 360 16:9? You download that on 360?
No, it's the
Oh, your OBS profile.
yeah, it's the scene
Okay.
that I have. That's the title for it.
You download that on the S?
X.
Oh, the X. I don't know what the hell the difference is.
The naming convention is so dumb. Like I wish that they would change it like yesterday.
X is whatever. X, S, X.
Especially now that you have an S and X, they're digital.
PS5 digital. Yeah, they're I don't know what they're doing. It does look really good though.
The music's good too, and I'm like thinking, you know, I went and compared the versions where you can pre-order the physical, and I think Best Buy's and Amazon's were pretty much the same.
Probably.
I don't remember if there was a difference. Basically, now you got me looking. One had something, or no. We were talking about Final Fantasy Tactics. Order it from Amazon, you get a poster, and you still get the pre-order items.
Well, that was
I gotta
cool.
look into that.
Yeah, because like I was looking at Best Buy, and then I compared Amazon. You want to buy it from Amazon?
I got 2 of them coming from Square. I have one that's going to be sealed with my sealed copy of Tactics for PSX and my sealed copy of War of the Lions for PSP. And then I'll have one that I'll open up and play.
Did you order
The
from like
statue?
Square Enix store then, or
Yes, I went.
okay?
That was the
Oh yeah,
I
you
think
got the Ramza. You got the Ramza, dude. Yeah.
it was the fastest pre-order I think I've ever done in my life. Just very.
There's some awesome like new stuff coming out pretty soon. Like, we got that Ninja Gaiden Rage Bound. I mean, that looks pretty good too. I hear that's getting good reviews. The Gears of War,
The big one that I pre-ordered
Borderlands.
quickly was Hellraiser. I was not missing out on that pre-order.
I just want the disc. I've looked at it too, but
It looks good.
Okay, so there's the shop that you were talking about, Welch.
yeah.
Oh, you can
Amulet
increase
Medic.
your
Healing becomes more effective.
Hellraisers. It's a good game.
Yeah, I haven't beat the demo all the way. I had to run and do an errand, so I backed out to the main menu. And it looks like you can do some customization stuff too to your character. You'll have to see what I'm talking about, when you explore more of it. But I think this game is gonna be a little more in depth, like the gear menu. So, you don't have it yet, but your weapon, like you'll be able to modify
At
it.
least one other combo, passive amulets. Oh wow, different skills. All the combo you can do. Cool.
Wow, that's. Yeah, I'm looking at it now with the 3+ chocobos, and oh man, I can't wait. I'm like, it just gets me back to the feeling of, playing Square's games in the 90s and being like, this is amazing, and Square having an excellent reputation for games. I'm like, they're doing what they do,
Didn't you say you bought that, or your mom bought it for you and you played it,
What
that game, or the Tactics, or
Tactics I bought and I played. I have, I think, close to about 800 hours in it. I love that's like my. I think that's like my top number 3 game. Number 1 is Symphony of the Night. That's that game. I love that game. I love. 2's Castlevania 2, and 3's Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yoga Fire.
No, not Street Fighter. Even though you look like Zangief, but that's
That's
fine.
basically what he just did in Yoga Fire.
dude, you got him.
Come here, we'll load you up on pre-workouts and get you buff, and then you can go to conventions as Zangief.
Gosh.
I'll just do Zangief the after years.
Oh man.
Yeah, this is the Square's got some good stuff, but then again, that doesn't count for you because you don't care about what is it, RPGs. That's one thing I am probably going to look for at the convention is going to be the big box to the Final Fantasy stuff, the collector's edition for the remaster on Switch. Do I have that?
Oh man, that's hilarious.
I have that somewhere.
Nope, I died. Cool.
Dude, this game looks kind of cool. It's a Nickelodeon RPG, Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny.
Oh my god.
That looks kind of cool. It's like a Nickelodeon RPG.
Oh,
See, look at that. She knocked over Pafu Mail
All right.
and never put it back on the damn shelf.
well, we probably need to call it a night.
Didn't we say like 20 minutes?
Yeah.
The thing is, the convention one rolled into something else.
Hey, it was a good chat.
Yep.
I say vote for Thursdays.
If it has to be a 45-minute or an hour one, we might be able to cut that last one into a couple different segments.
Oh, was you never, or saying you never want to say, join in, man. I miss you, because this is what happens.
It's a good time, all three of us talking about this stuff.
No, I mean the last one we did ran for a couple hours, I think as well. And we're working on the format and everything, and as we go, we'll get better at it, and because there can be a part 1 and a part 2 for certain topics as they run long.
I just think it's really important because when you look at stuff for conventions, there's not a lot of information on how to prepare and how to haggle with people and all that other stuff. There's almost none of it. And I don't want to go running in there with, my guns fully out saying I got all this and like, let's go. I'm ready, So I want to be smart about it.
Dude, just go in there and do what you got to do, man. You got to go in there with the confidence to be able to take control of the sale. I mean, you can't let them just dominate you.
That's true.
I did that with these laser discs I bought there. There's a bunch of these video game laser discs that I have. And the guy wanted like 120 or 140 each. And I was able to, I said, would you do 80? And he was like, no, that's a little low, and I said, how about 90? And then he came back with 100 and he said, that's about the lowest I can go. And I was like, I'll probably never see something else like this again. And I know that one of the stores had one of their people out walking around and they were eyeing those too. So that store was going to try to get them, and I got them.
But you got to know what you're willing to pay and be like, if you can't come to that point, you got to be willing to walk away too. So like if you got gone to 110, would you have been like, no, man, I can't do that?
For what?
I probably wouldn't have. Yeah.
Well,
but you got to know how much you're willing to spend, and because otherwise you're going to be too gung ho, and oh yeah, I'll pay that, and then oh wow, you walk around the convention and you're looking at big box Earthbound, and well, oh dang, that guy's got it for half as much, and it's in better condition.
Yeah, I got to go through that and take a look and see.
You got get your list together and get your max value that you're willing to pay. And if you can, bundle stuff together. But just, don't be a
definitely go for what you really want, man, first, because like you'll get rabbit holed. That Laserdisc thing, dude, that is what led me on a rabbit hole when I got home. Like I'm literally pretty much about wrapped up with that whole entire segment of time of buying that kind of, media. There's a couple more I'd still pick up. And like, other than that, I think I got almost all the other ones I've ever seen and learned about. So, I mean, yeah, you could end up getting ran down a rabbit hole if you see something,
That's, yeah. I mean, that's how it started with me with the PCFX. So you play Power Dolls, and then you played oh god, Power Dolls and Team Innocent. And I was like, damn, well, Team Innocent looks great, and I got Team Innocent, and then I didn't get Power Dolls. I got Team Innocent, and then I got Zero Liger. I love that's one of my favorite games, and I got Zero Liger. But I waited for that. What was it? 3 years? About three years to get that thing. Until I found the system at the right price, the game at the right price, and that was it.
The PCFX Club is actually talking about their YouTube. They were talking about translating Power Dolls.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be a good translation.
Yeah, Power Dolls would be nice to get. Well, all right, I think that's it for now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Bye. Night all. So we hit end stream, and we don't have an outro or anything. So